Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Kuru Shell. In this episode, we are going to be integrating the Great Xaplo Empire. They are only 7 months away from being part of our great community. One thing I'm going to be keeping a really close eye on is ethics divergence. And I say that because these guys have a special trait for their species, and it's called conformists. So at just adds a negative 20% to the ethics divergence, and that's going to be great because it pretty much means that they're going to be spiritualists. They're going to be fanatical spiritualist collectivists really quickly.
System survey
and they're not going to have an issue with this as far as belief systems. I think they're going to be happy, and they're going to stay loyalists. So I'm looking forward to that. And they're going to be in their own sector, and that's going to be nice too. And that's the fact that they. One issue I have is that they believe in slavery. Resource output without slaves is negative 10%, so that's going to be a problem because we don't believe in slavery. So they might be a little unhappy when they no longer can have slaves, but they'll just have to deal with that because slavery is not civilized.
Construction complete.
Alright, 5 months. Countdown. Also, once we take the territory, we're going to be removing these two frontier outposts. So let's see how they respond to that. We're just going to lose a little bit of that space here. And it's too bad because I kind of wanted our spaces to connect. But we'll just have to wait until we can colonize one of these worlds, like this Arctic world or this tundra world. And I'm going to take this science ship right here. Oops, my bad. And hire a new scientist. It's select cleared for commanding. Okay, so we're gonna go with, let's see, another biologist. Statecraft. I don't really need another statecraft guy. I feel like that's not going to be an issue for us much longer because we pretty much got everything we need from statecraft. How old is our biologist? That's my next question because this guy is 62. So I might have to go for another biologist because biology is going to be one of my focuses for research because I want to be able to genetically modify my people. And fix some of our traits, and fix the traits of some of the other species that we come into contact with. For instance, these guys, if we can research it, we'll be able to change that trait and remove that need to the resource output negative from their species. We can remove that. We can also improve things like we can make us not weak. Because that's one of our traits is weak, and then after that we'll be a little bit stronger. Our arms will be stronger, and we'll collect more resources, more minerals. So there are a couple of different things we can do with that research, with the once we get into the whole biology thing. And I think we're 1 month away, 2 months away from the Great Vassalization. Our first integration come to a completion. 1 month away. These guys, what are they great for? Okay, they had actually gone over there to help with the fight. Now our fleet is about to. Our fleet power is about to change too because we're gonna have their fleets as ours. So that 2,302 fleet power. It's about to be ours in 1 month. So I think that's gonna be kind of cool. And that 1 month is over. And 5, 4, 3,
System
2,
survey
1.
complete.
Integration complete. Oof. And that hurt quick. That hurt our economy very quick. Now it's down to negative 222. And that is beautiful. Look at that. How that connected all of that space. I almost want to keep that's negative 50%, so I'm just gonna fix that right away. But before I do that, before I add them to their own sector, I'm going to let's see. Wow, I won't actually need it. I was gonna well, actually, that's just that planet. Well, their ethics divergence is great. That's negative 40%. These guys, what's their ethic divergence like? It is negative 43.4%. I think we're good. That's awesome. That's just fantastic. So I'm gonna leave them to that. There's one more planet just to check to make sure that everyone's happy, or at least they're going to be happy. Oh well, okay, they're not going to be happy because slavery is prohibited, but that's going to change soon too. Let's see, negative. Yep. So yeah, his ethics is going to change. He's not going to care about slavery anymore. Leadership, primary species only. Who cares? So that's going to be their happiness is going to boost in a short bit of time. So that's not going to be a problem. They just have to stay loyal. Okay. Alright. And so, with that, I'm going to create a sector. Create new sector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. And that's that. Give us a few more minerals. What I'm excited about is I also get, wow, maybe not actually. I guess I get a few more construction ships that were theirs. I guess it doesn't hurt to have extra construction ships. I get more science ships, which I don't really need at the moment. So that's that there. Close. I have to give that them here. Give them a governor. So they have mineral output. Nope. Lifespan. I need a guy that makes people happy because he needs to make them happier. But we don't have a clear block. I can do that because they have a couple spaces that they need to bump up. Actually, I'm gonna go with this plus 25. That way I'll have to replace this guy for a while. And he's 33, so there you go. He'll clear blockers just on default. And I've got to change this sector's name to let's see, Cognate Conquest, because I'm pretty sure that we were under his rule when we took that system. Yep. So that will be that. Help. Alright. And they're gonna be balanced. Oh, are they intelligent? Are these guys intelligent? What are some of their traits again? They are decadent, conformists, nomadic. Oh. Because they can't enslave people, they're gonna be less productive. Who would have thought? But what can you do? I'm not gonna cry about that. That's their problem. I'm not gonna endorse slavery for their sake. And they're enslaving their own people. That's even sicker. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. But I do have to build some spaceports, so to make sure they have a spaceport in all these systems. They have a spaceport. Do they have a spaceport? They do not. Wonderful. Do these guys have a spaceport? They do not. So I'll build one here. It's important for my naval capacity that all of these guys have spaceports. Wonderful. So this is probably going to bump up to close to 200. My next task is getting all of these ships to yeah, I'll send them to this planet to actually no, I'm gonna send them all to my home system. They're gonna upgrade fleet. I'm not sure what kind of method of transportation they use, and I can quickly find out. What do they use? They use warp drive. Ha! Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Actually, that's. I'm almost tempted to keep that warp drive because they can kind of go places that I can't normally go. That would be kind of cool because they can go anywhere. They don't need a wormhole station, but they're slow. So yep, I'll just upgrade them. So let's just make sure. Did I click that? Are they all really going? No. Okay, just make sure. Okay, I already clicked that. Okay, they're already being upgraded. Alright. So, we now have a much larger fleet force. So these guys are pathetic in fleet power compared to us. In fact, I think these guys are now in... Oh, they're still equivalent? What? Ugh. Man, I'm trying to figure out how Frontier Outpost minus 3.0. Okay, I might not have to worry about our naval capacity too much because it's at 184. That's a big bonus. Now that we've taken those extra planets. Maybe I won't have to worry about that edict, and I can boost up our influence again. I like to be max on influence. I'm going to disband that. Let's see how that impacts our territory. It doesn't impact our territory. Okay, that's okay. Yes, it does. It just took it a moment to adjust like that. So that gives us 2 a month now. And once I do this one, it's gonna cut that to like a sliver. That'll probably be like connect this, if it'll connect at all. I might wait. I'm not in a dire need for influence just yet. I will probably destroy that other one once we start to integrate these guys. And we can't integrate them for another 7 years. So. And now they're loyal. That's great. Because they've been a subject for a time period, they're now loyal. And since they're loyal, I can set up this research agreement. And let's see, demands. Oh, demands some minerals. 1. Okay. Let's say 2. Nope. What about energy credits? Monthly? Nope. Okay. Great. So now we get well, there's another great thing about when you have a vassal. You can make research agreements with them, as long as they are. Okay, these guys are loyal now. So you can actually bump up your own research too. There's so many great things about being able to vassalize them, because while they're a vassal, you can benefit from all these different little things here. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. Nope, okay. 3 a month, that's fine. And so I'm going to benefit from research these guys. Let's see. Yep. So it's great. I'm gonna get some research assistance from these guys and from these guys. So, and now that I've integrated that other, now I can see my vacillation. Ah, still 102. Ah, bummer. So I can't vassalize these guys. I can make them a tributary, which pretty much they'd still be a subject. They just wouldn't. I couldn't integrate them, and I want to integrate
complete.
But I would get like a bonus of, I would get like 25% of their energy and their minerals. So they would boost my economy, just not the way I originally intended them to be boosted. Are we still traveling? They're still flying. Where are you guys going?
Construction complete.
These guys are so slow. Alright.
System survey complete.
There you go. Do it. Where are these guys going? Okay, they're... I feel like I told all of them. I guess the first lesson these guys are gonna have to learn is actually listening to my instructions. There we go. So all of them are gonna come, and we're going to combine all of the fleets into one fleet. What's the name of this? I'm gonna name that next, or I must make a second fleet and just name it the Monoblock fleet. But let's see, corvettes, destroyers, and corvettes. So it's easy. It's better to have 2 fleets than 1 fleet, because you have a bit more mobility, more flexibility with hitting different spots at the same time. So I can hit 2 systems at one time instead of going from one system to the next system to the next system. So I think I'll use these guys for a second fleet, and I'll just keep building them up separately. And let me see how my planet's doing, because I have to keep managing my planets. Everything's upgraded to the max except for food, and I'm not too concerned about that because we're already maxed out on food. Actually, I think I'll upgrade these two, and then I can change this to something else. There we go. I can do that, and I'll make this one like either a power station, because I mean, it never hurts to have more energy credits, especially when I start creating more ships. And I will start creating more ships, and I'm going to be creating battleships next, that and cruisers, so I'm going to need as much power as I can get. And saving. And let's see what are we going to do here with this. I'm going to create a physics lab here, and create an engineering lab here. And build an engineering lab. Oh, science lab there, that's going to be. And then for this guy, let's see, this is the planet that is going to be.
Ships upgraded. Construction
engineering
complete.
Output, physics output, so this is going to be a lab. And this is going to be a lab. And this is going to be a lab. And I'm still getting a nice bit of research from these guys. So let's see. So I didn't get hurt too bad from taking those 5 extra planets, mostly because of the fact that those other planets gave me some research.
Incoming transmission.
Incoming transmission. Flag proposal. Iron Fist. That sounds kind of questionable. Let's see. These guys want to have a non-aggression pact with us. That's kind of funny. I mean, it makes sense that they would, because I took out their allies, and these guys aren't going to be much of a help because they can't leave their space. They're surrounded by enemies, so they're not going to be a good ally. But I'm going to vassalize these guys maybe next, because they are pathetic in fleet power. Nuclear war, I can go to war with them in 6 years, and that would be cool, because that would expand my territory more so in this direction. I had no idea that Fallen Empire was right here. Naval capacity is only superior instead of overwhelming. I am doing it. I am doing it. This is good. What kind of species is this? They are... What? Oh, that's a Gaia world. They are arid preference. So, I mean, of course, I mean, it's a bit too soon to set my eye on conquering one of these species, because they're fallen empires, they're really powerful. But it's good to keep, keep that in mind. I'm just gonna see if they have. Okay, they don't have a ring world. Some of these fallen empires have ring worlds, and so those are the ones that I want. These guys, the Beacon of Stability, Beacon of Infinity, they have ring worlds. I want those ring worlds. It's also interesting because we have 3 fallen empires right next to each other.
Complete.
So these guys are right here, these guys are right here, these guys are right here. So if they do happen to awaken,
ships upgraded.
they'll go to war with each other
complete.
first, and that's fine by me. Yeah. But of course, once they finish with each other, then they'll set their eyes on others, and by then, hopefully, I'll be strong enough to conquer them. And I am going to send a construction ship for you. Nope, I'm going to work on these guys. These guys are already in that space. And we're going to build some mining stations. And... No, I said stop. This guy right here. Okay. Huh. That's, Oh, that's right. I actually have to upgrade my, upgrade all these guys, because
Ships upgraded.
Wonderful. Because they
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
This isn't right. Let's see, does he have a... He still has a warp drive.
Ships upgraded.
Come on, come on. Ship upgraded.
Ships upgraded.
Great. Right. I thought that was kind of funny that his range was kind of limited. It's because he still had a warp drive. These science ships probably have warp drives too, so I'll have to upgrade that and upgrade this. Eventually I'll use those science ships. I'll just keep them kind of in orbit
complete.
on their planet until I actually have to use them. Alright, so this guy is going to... Can't build anything over there. I'm going to... Ooh, what is this? I have more strategic resources now. So I have 3 of the bonuses to my shield hit points, and I've got 2 bonuses to my kinetic weapon damage, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Auto declined. So I have 2 sectors here. I have these guys right here. Did they build a spaceport? They did build a spaceport. Good for you guys. They built a spaceport right here too. They did not. I said I was going to give them money and I didn't. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that. Our minerals. We're getting 200 minerals a month now. That is, I mean, it's something. I mean, it's not a lot when you look at the grander scheme of things, but it's
incoming
something.
Transmission.
Incoming transmission. I am going to ignore you guys. And what
System
I might
survey
do,
complete.
what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build. Cause just having 7 minerals,
Ships upgraded.
I'm not too concerned about that. If I can build one right here, I'll have access to this, all of this, and maybe
Research
even that.
complete.
So if I'm going to have an orbital outpost, frontier outpost, I might as well have one that's actually useful. So that's
Construction
come
complete.
in. And we built one right here. There we go. And so that's going to open up all of this. Then I'll get rid of this, and they'll still be connected. And it'll just, my space won't look so lopsided. I mean, this looks like, well, I'm not going to say what it looks like, but it's weird looking. But it definitely isn't. Ooh, actually, you know what? While we're sitting here, I'm going to take out these aliens right here, the void clouds. I don't need any void clouds. What is this? Scabbard. Ooh, nice. That's a nice fleet of scabbards and daggers. I'm okay with that. I really want to combine this into one powerful fleet. That sounds like that would be a lot of fun to have like one giant fleet. But I won't. I'll just restrain myself. And I'll merge these 3. Boom. Great. And I'm going to send these guys, after I rename them, to the Monobach Armada. Cancel. How do I spell this Monobach? I'm just going to copy his name. There you go. And he'll be immortalized forever, or at least as long as the Armada exists, so he doesn't get wiped out at some point. and I'm going to send these guys after this void cloud. Then we're going to survey this system. In fact, I'm going to send them there. Then I'm going to send them to take care of these things. So that's going to be here.
Research
Here.
complete.
And here. That's where those things were. How many okay, the 2 planets in that system. And then last but not least, they will hit these aliens. And we will be able to survey this system, build stations in this system. As a research, the railguns are complete with the research. Robot. I'm gonna research robots. I've gone over that. No, we're not. Because we're spiritualists, and spiritualists do not believe in soulless machines. That's just not what we do. That's not our style. And next, I'll research the plasteel armor, so I can give my ships armor. I can always research robots without actually having robots, just for the sake of, because there's I think there's a bonus of like 10% to research speed, and I can just ban robot creation, just period. I kind of want to do the research, but I'm not. I'll go with the armor. I'm just not gonna touch robots. Let's see, Frontier Hospital or Leader Enhancement selected lineages. That'll give them an additional skill level, give them 25-year longer lifespan, or I can go with the route of the Frontier Hospital, which will boost habitability, which sounds like an excellent idea. But this is rare technology, so I'll get the Frontier Hospital next time. It'll come back. Ooh, wait a minute. Hostile climate adaptation. Habitability plus 55%. Oh wow. This is also pretty good. Because this would be really helpful. Man, this is such a hard decision to make here. But I have to go with biology. I do want the habitability. I mean, that would be really nice because I could colonize more planets. That would be a 40%. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold. 35%, 35%, 35%, 35%. Nope. I've decided. I'm gonna go with this. And here's why. Because once I research this, I'll be able to colonize all of these planets. You have to be at 40% in order to colonize a planet. I'll be able to colonize any, well, just about any planet after I colonize this. After I research this plus 5% to habitability, and then once I can research the Frontier Hospital next, and it'll give it a plus 10% to habitability. And I think I'm not gonna have to worry about any other species anymore. I think I have this worked out pretty well, actually. So never mind all these other species. I'm going to just colonize all these planets on my own with our species. And that's going to give us roughly, the Kuru are going to be able to colonize about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 planets, all within a really short range of here. So we're going to grow quite impressively in a matter of 20 years. I'm just going to start going colonizing crazy, and I can create sectors, let them grow on their own. In fact, I can just take this planet and just create like all of these. I can colonize all of them at the same time, and just let them grow. But anyway, that's the end of this episode. You heard my plan. Sounds like a genius plan to me, but I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think, actually. Leave a comment if you think that that's a pretty good plan of just boosting my habitability, and then colonizing all those worlds. And as then, after that, it's not going to be too hard for us to have a huge set of minerals, a huge naval capacity. We're going to be a powerful force. Until next episode, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and God be with you.